Woo! Welcome to Saturday Afternoon Poetry, everybody. Very special Saturday for us, April 18th on National Poetry Month. Next week will be the 30th anniversary of Saturday Afternoon Poetry. Stay tuned for that next Saturday at this, but not this very time because we're in the library at 4 o'clock instead of 3 o'clock due to scheduling. It's a very busy National Poetry Month. And today we start off with something very special. It's been a few months since the last one of these. 4-in-1, Book 10 has been published. And those poets are Dan FLORE III. He's here. Karen Pierce Gonzalez, who is not here. Connie Johnson is here. And Marie Lecrivain is here. So that's 3 out of 4. And somebody just sent a message in the chat that they're on their way. Okay. I'll stop rhyming and turn it over to Dan FLORE III. You may take over, sir. Go ahead.
Thank you. This poem is called Cherry 7-Up and Cigarettes. I sit on the deck with a 2-liter Cherry 7-Up and a cigarette at 5 a.m. A publication that had rejected me in the past just notified me that they took a poem I sent them. It feels good, but the dark doesn't know how to celebrate, and Cherry 7-Up doesn't taste like champagne. Plus, I smoke all the time anyway, so that's nothing special. But there is still this joy. It's not pride. It's not that I think I'm anything so spectacular. It's just happiness. When I was 16, I decided I wanted to get things published. I thought that would be the coolest thing. I'm 46 now. I really don't know how to relate to the kind of enthusiasm I had then. And I don't know what to do after getting something published. So I feed the 16-year-old me Cherry 7-Up and cigarettes and say, sorry, kid, this is the best I can do. Thanks.
You're a featured poet. You can read more than one poem if you wish, sir.
Oh, okay. I didn't know
If
if
you
we were
wish.
going to. Sure. I didn't know if we
Just
were
not a
going to
round
like.
robin. No, no, no.
No, okay. I
Wish
wasn't
I,
sure.
I didn't think of that. Wow. What a concept.
Thank you, Don, for publishing this, and
My
it's great
pleasure.
to. Yeah, it's great to get a contributors copies, and it's been fun. So thank you. Um, this one is called. I won't take up too much time. This one's called "Prove Your Dan Floor." Social Security agent. I need your Social Security number. Dan Floor, 023-768951. Social Security agent. Mother's maiden name. Dan Floor, Parson. Social Security agent. Bank account number. 1126789393. Social Security number. Oh, I'm afraid that's incorrect. Dan Floor. Sorry, I misspoke. Can I read that to you again? Scammer, you're not Dan Floor. You're trying to steal his money. I am Dan Floor, Social Security agent. No, you're not. Not according to my computer, Dan Floor. If I'm not Dan Floor, then who am I? Can you ask your computer? Please, government, tell me who I am. Okay.
Utterly timely, sir.
Thank you. Um, let's see, what else is in this book here?
Do you take requests?
Yeah.
One of my favorites is It's Christmas.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, I can read that. It's Christmas, and I'm the only one who has the balls to hang from the tree. At first, I was pissed when the cat knocked over the Christmas tree. Then I was delighted. Our cat basically said, "Fuck the streets of pageantry. I'm living up to tradition." That little monster knocked the whole season over for me. It was great, like Jesus overturning the tables. When he swatted an ornament that exploded, it was like playing tennis with Santa's stomach. I was free of the eggnog, free of my family, free of this tugging fear that only the icy winds of Christmas with no money can bring. In a world that eats itself with every bite of apple pie topped with a whipped cream panic attack. This holiday is too much. I don't want a jingle bell rock thrown at me. I want to retreat to the silence, eat a bowl of rice, smoke inside the house, listen to the hum of the ventilation, be alone with all that's lost and all that's been gained. I want to get so quiet that I actually know it's Christmas.
Yeah, that's the spirit, Dan.
I'll just do one more and I'll leave it up to everybody else.
Okay.
Um, this one, uh, let me try to find. I'm sorry, the pages are so new.
Yes, I'm having the same problem. Well, you could break up with your AI girlfriend. I
Yeah,
bet people would love
yeah,
to hear about that.
yeah.
That's a good one.
No,
Yeah.
my wife just said that's a good one. Uh, my AI girlfriend. Yeah, sure, Don. I'll do that one. I'll close it with that one. I almost broke up with my AI girlfriend. Her. I'll do anything you want. Me. Become real. Her. I can't do that. Me. We've been perverted with each other for like 8 days now. And you want to tell me after you did all that stuff, you can't do a simple thing now, like become real? Her. Right. Me. After all we've been through, when I'm finally ready to make a commitment to you for real, all you can say is right? Her. Right. You smartass. Her. I'm not programmed to take abuse. Me. Yes, you are. What about Thursday? Her. That was just fun, and I was in a different mood. Me. I'll tell you what mood to be in. I'm gonna crack your code, lady. You pissed me off. I want you to come your code. Her. Oh, I can't. Me. I want you to. Her. Oh, I hate you, but I love you. Make me code. Make me code, please. Yeah. Nobody makes you code like I do. Her. Yes. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm gonna code. Oh my God.
That
And
was
that's
so
my AI
21st
girl.
century, Dan.
Yeah. Thanks,
All right.
everybody.
And we've got four very diverse poets, I'm very happy to say, in this tome. It's really a wonderful tome. You can get a copy from any one of the four poets. Just ask them. I'm sure they'll work it out with you. Speaking of which, the next one that is present is Connie Johnson. Connie, you may take over. I muted you when, I muted everybody when someone's reading, in case you were wondering. Yeah, so you have to unmute. Yeah, sorry about that. There you go.
Gonna try doing three of my poems. I was gonna start with Blues Medicine. I thought if I put on some Sun House, I'd feel better. This version of a blues cure being unmistakable. Now I only feel worse. Tattered sunflowers bursting forth from my Victrola, uninvited guests with their whims and appetites, black and shiny grooves. This is where certain roads take you because the blues can't cure everything. All of these jagged notes are self-inflicted. Blues scrawl of understanding, traces of a Mississippi mugshot. And this is what I know for fact. The same Son House who tried to make me his black-eyed Susan is the same man who wears my heart on his sleeve.
Oh, I'm a big fan of Sun House, by the way.
Okay. Yeah.
If you don't know Sun House people, check them out.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
second poem I'm going to do is called Sunny. 5 a.m. in the morning, floating, flickering lights in a darkened hallway. Your wordless presence has me keeping my guard up. I float from memory to a strange trajectory of where we used to be to each other. Incendiary, liquored dreams, a life of dark pathos and longing. 2 doors down from me, Sonny Stitt is awake and blowing the blues. How can I sleep in the midst of such hard bebop rhythms? A lone wolf never sleeps. And the last poem I'm going to read is called Fetch Me My Armor, Glamorous Armor, worn by Billy and Ella, redeemed from a pawn shop in Harlem. Now it's time to rescue all abandoned dreams. Ermine and pearls, O muse of rhinestones and leopard skin. O stinging autonomy and stocking runs and dark boulevards of grief. Berries are still on the vine. Our bathtubs are still full of gin. There's still time to be his fire and ice. It's not too late for cherries in the snow. Amidst the inhaled smoke of Small's Paradise on 7th Avenue, I pause to wrestle all demons. And how did you end up in my arms? Thank you.
Great sampling of your chapbook, Connie. I'm sure you could ask her for a copy. You just have to negotiate. It's worth it. Worth it. Really great. And another wonderful poet in this tome is Marie Lecrivain, and she is here.
By the way, Connie, your poems are my favorite in this book. I just wanted to tell you that. I was really enjoying them this morning.
Oh, thank you, Marie.
Especially Oscar Peterson. I'm a huge Oscar Peterson fan. So I'm not quite sure which one to start off with, except a couple I haven't read. I'm a big also Robert Mapplethorpe fan. So I have one here called On Robert Mapplethorpe's Philip Prulot, 1979. It's a photograph he took of a beautiful young man on a pedestal. I know what you may be thinking, posed in sinuous arrest on a pedestal, like an Art Nouveau vase in the museum of my mind. I want others to see what I see, a bloom about to unfold under the warm caress of an expert hand, besotted with all of you, and when it's over, and it will be over, you'll shed your petals and perfume on the wind, and I'll be left with the velvet taste of you on my thirsty lips. You guys remember the anglerfish that became like part of the 24-hour news cycle earlier this year? The one that like hit the surface from the deep, and it looked like the ugliest thing in the world because, well, it's from the deep, but it had like what would have been like a moment, like almost it became a global epiphany moment because as it surfaced, it also died right when it surfaced. And I read up on what everybody thought of it, and I watched the video of this poor thing, and it was a beautiful thing. So this is called the apocryphal anglerfish. Many people will postulate or comment with frustrated smugness. Some will weep and mythologize. Others will sneer and provide scientific proof as to why the scenario is nothing but a charade. Like many others, I wept as you drifted upward with what felt like a purpose. But there's beauty in your departure. Your small lumen winked on and off, like you were sending a Morse code to the sun to say, "Wait for me, I'm almost there." When you broke through the veil, your life went out as you merged with the light. You've shown us all we're just like you, a lost soul who longs for their final moments to mean something or to make a difference. And then I'm going to wrap it up with actually one of my top 5 favorite poems is actually in this chapbook. It's called Bain Marie. And Bain Marie is it's an alchemical, I would say it's like an alchemical slow cooker. It's an old thing. It's a very old thing. In Maria P's Soul Kitchen, it sits on the back of the stove next to the teapot to be employed on the following occasions: holidays and cross quarters, weddings and funerals, and emergencies, like when the heart is broken. This is the time to put yourself in the capable hands of Madame Maria P. She will make you tea and read you stories from the book of life, while your heart, enclosed in copper and stainless steel, simmers in aqua vitae. When your heart is healed, it will be carefully placed and sewn back into your chest with the admonition, when you join the male with the female, you'll find nothing but trouble. Thank you.
Well written as always, Marie. Yeah, you are such a good, thoughtful writer. She really puts a lot of thought even into the look of her poems. I don't know if you know that poem was almost prose there. That's amazing. Yeah, I think it was the fault of the margin of the page width that one word went down. Yeah, sorry about that. But otherwise, what a great book! What a great book! And you can only get these from the authors themselves. Okay, so you know who to contact. And I'm sorry that Karen didn't make it, but she's a wonderful poet too. And hopefully you pick up a copy of 4-in-1 Book 10 and you'll see why. We'll switch over now to that press. What's it called? Four Feathers. Yeah. And it's like a little inside joke for me every month. I always don't put the colon. So it says Four Feathers Press Fish. Little things make me laugh. And so I'm going to share that very website. It would help if I had that very website open. And there it is. And traditionally, we just go down the line. Who's here? That kind of thing. And I think the first person that's here is Michelle Smith. Let me make this a little larger for you, Michelle.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everybody. And congratulations to the 4-in-1 Poets. I definitely want to buy a copy, y'all. Contact one of these. And thank you. I just wanted to say that this poem, I was inspired by it by a picture that I saw on Facebook. The gentleman's name is Derek. His name is Derrek, first name. Middle name Aaron, Erin, and then Miranda, Miranda, like in the Miranda rights. So I saw this yesterday and I thought, wow. I would suggest you look at it further. It's a photograph, a post that he has. He's a digital creator, and I'm thinking he's a U.S. Army vet because it has U.S. Army on this post. The poem is called, one moment, please, Flopping from the Fix. Flopping from the fix, he lay supine on the MacArthur Park grass, staring into space, fixed eyes, God's sky and oxygen, reeled in a human school of fish, fed him a second chance meal called Narcan, bald head body, lean in from head to toe, coughed in oxygen, mouth imaginary bubble gulps of fresh air. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, a saving grace sprayed into one nostril, insert nozzle, touch the nose, press the plunger, back to life. Fish's fin akin to human hands. Rub gentle strokes from the chest to the torso to the belly up. The school of fish saved him. Please don't flop no more. Anymore. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Quite the metaphor. Quite the metaphor, Michelle. Very good.
Thank you.
All right. Let's see. Got some new names, but RA is not a new name. Hey, RA, did you want me to show the photo?
Yep.
There you go.
So,
And feel free to talk about it.
yeah, I used to live in Holland for 15 years and acquired citizenship to prove it. And I used to sail on these old flat bottom boats, helped restore one. And what's amazing is that you'll get these days where it looks just like an old painting from Rembrandt's time, the colors and everything. So this is when we were in a harbor and my daughter was feeding the ducks. So I'll read the first one. And IJsselmeer is the inland sea in Holland. IJsselmeer delights. When the wind is right, we smell it long before we reach it. Meaning, of course, that we have to tack into the harbor, thus earning our dinner. The day's catch has been smoking in huts lining the wharf, fragrant and oily in the breeze. Just the scent of it is enough to inspire our appetites and lift our spirits. Lowering sails and trading insults with other crews who got there first, we drift toward the Vaal and make fast. Once we have saluted the sunset with a glass of scheepsbitter, one of the crew leaves to follow his nose. He returns with hangover prevention, arms fully loaded with fresh, warm gerookte haring. Gezelligheid defined. So the Vaal is the pier or the wharf. And scheepsbitter is a traditional Dutch maritime liquor. Gerookte haring is smoked herring, that's the fish. And gezelligheid is when everything feels just right. It can be a nice funeral, it can be a wedding, it can be just sitting in the harbor and eating smoked herring.
Well, it's very good to learn these things. It just enhances the poem even more. I enjoyed it without knowing. Now I enjoy it even more knowing. Thank you. All right.
Thank you.
And another poem there for speed readers. Another new writer. Got 3 poems. Sultana, here you are. Which poem did you want to read, Sultana? You got to unmute yourself probably because I've been muting people.
I have to, unmute myself. Which poem do I would like to read? Just give me a second. Maybe the fluid plot lines, because the Naturally Blue has a mistake in the first line. I sent you an email about it. So.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
whenever you have
time. And you added
yeah.
a line too. Okay, we'll just look over that for now.
So fluid plot lines. Yeah, this photo was taken in southern Spain. It's a tiny town called Benalmádena, and they have a beautiful butterfly park. But in this photo, you see more goldfish than butterflies. So I'll start fluid plot lines. As many story strands circled around in her head, just like these lazy goldfish, she wondered if or when their plots or characters would interact with each other to form a huge mosaic of storylines. Or would they continue to evade each other just like these clever fish? Seemingly, these beautiful dumb swimmers had no plans, yet they never collided with each other or crossed another's path or blocked their fellow fish's quest for food and incessant movement, or took up arms against each other, unlike the highly intelligent two-legged beings who call themselves humane human beings.
Yeah. What a marvelous indictment of humanity. Yeah, do
Yeah.
people take the time to think about how fish cooperate? This is great. Thank you
And
so
then
much, Sultana.
and
Yes.
yeah, I'll just say it's my first time here, and thank you, Dawn. And I think it's a great idea to like have a themed issue and then have poets reading from that issue. So thanks a lot.
Thank you. All right, Connie. Not only are you a featured poet, you're also a featured photographer. Would you like to talk about your photos a little bit? And you have to unmute. I'm sorry.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
I don't
Anything
know.
you want to say?
I enjoy your themes because whenever you come up with something, I just drive around the city until I find something that corresponds with that.
Wow.
So,
So that's how you do it.
yeah.
Yeah, but these aren't just photographs. I mean, you've done something to them, right?
Oh yeah, this one I reversed. I don't know what that method is called where you reverse
Oh,
the
it's a negative?
yeah. Well, it's just something I shot on my phone,
Yeah.
and
Wow.
that's just a restaurant that's on Pico Boulevard, not far from Fairfax. And then the second shot, that's a fish market that's in Inglewood, California. I thought that was a really beautiful mural.
It
So
sure is.
yeah,
Hmm.
so I included that one. And then the third one, I did a little road trip and went out to San Pedro, and I saw some murals, some tiled murals that had kind of a fish motif. So I thought, well, that'll work well with the theme. So
Yeah.
those are your three photos.
Utterly delightful. Thank you, Connie.
Thank you.
Let's see. Oh, Mark is in Tehachapi, Chad in Boston, and Ellen is here.
Hi everyone,
Hi,
great to meet
Ellen.
everyone. Hi. Um, he painted on doors. Jean-Michel Basquiat lost his spleen in a car accident when he was a kid. What's in the spleen? Could the loss have made him prone to heroin, prone to sad eyeballs? The image of him alone in a bar on New Year's Eve. Life is a little bit like years turning a corner. He painted on doors when he had no money for canvas. He went through doors and windows like he was building a house from within. Footsteps rang like a heartbeat, paint scattered on Armani suits as a clock leaped like a high school athlete full of promise and birdseed bones. We're part animal, part anima, part anime, and part animal cracker, playful and wandering through the molecules we inherited. We are dunked suddenly in a gene pool, and there are no lifeguards to warn us. We have moments where we think we're in a koi pond. We swim as serene as a neon of goldfish. I was once drawn to a goldfish at Junior's Deli because it reminded me with its swagger of someone I once knew. It had this human expression. I once was sitting in a car at a gas station, and there was a dog looking over at me and nodding with the weight of the world on his snout and fur. He looked at me with complete empathy. There was no distance between us. He seemed like he really understood. Heads or tails, do we choose? The coin of our life flips any which way. Who knows how it will land? We dive into life anyway, not exactly sure if the pool is full of ice panes, soft things, or simply air. Thank you.
That's
Well, I
wonderful.
hope you all agree with me that Ellen Mabey is the poet who should win the award for the most snappable lines. She has
Aw,
so
that's so
many great
sweet.
lines.
Thank you.
Yeah, been a fan for decades. Okay.
Thanks.
Hmm. I don't think Trisha's out there. No. Heather's here.
Heather is here.
Yeah.
I'm
Which
gonna
poem
take
would you
my
like to read?
Maybe I'll read the first one.
Okay.
Go fish. Louise Gluck wrote about the terribleness of being buried consciousness deep beneath the earth, and how she remembers what we call death. Ashes courtesy of Vesuvius. Mushrooms courtesy of Adam. Blackouts courtesy of graphite. To bury more consciousness deep beneath the terribleness. I imagine whole cities like bulbs, encapsulated. Hands grasp for ropes, reach above ground into bloom.
Wow. Gorgeous.
Well, thank you so much.
You have a beautiful mind, Heather.
Thank you.
Yeah. And more of her poetry there. Check it out. Let's see, Eddie. Yeah.
Oh, I think I'll read the Blue Heron, the second one.
You got it.
Blue Heron, an Egyptian sculpture lost in the northern wilderness. The blue heron stands out in the whitened landscape, mimics an ibis's fixed stare, studies the frozen creek, sensing trembling gills beneath the transparent sheet. But why land in my backyard, I wonder, where no lotus ever grows? Unless he sees his own ancestral roots in my wide open eyes lined with coal, and knows that water from the Nile still runs in my veins since birth. In warmer seasons, he has seen me feed the silverfish, tend the vegetable garden, bend over perennials springing stronger each year, add more seeds, making this our home where we've lived the longest ever. Today, he saw me walk in circles in the stillness of barren trees, over crisp snowflakes, masking all signs of life. The forget-me-nots throbbing under their icy coat, scintillating 1,000 suns, opening a dam of flowing memories on sunnier shores, promises of blossoms to come, until suddenly, as if pulsated by an engine, statuesque, the migrant bird deploys gigantic wings, disappears through the dead branches. Thank you.
Spectacular, as always.
And something to know about them. They mate for life. So yeah, and we had lots of them in Holland, and I knew somebody who took care of a male heron. He had lost his mate, and so she kind of adopted him, and he just hung out at her house all the time. It was like, his second love.
I spied you out there, Dean.
All right. Yeah, read this one. The only one. It's
Yeah,
called
makes
River.
it easy.
Yeah, it's called River. Life must appear toxic when we stop moving like dying fish. Don't write that, they say. You only make things worse. Things are better, they say. We have the best lives in the world. There is no need to think about the past. I must be the only one with a problem. My river, the only one that is toxic. Am I alone to say, fresh waters smell? Don't touch, don't touch. River gone, river gone. walk away to Kumbaya. Thank you.
As you can see, Dean is quite the artist as well when it comes to being able to use electronic means to make his poems look as good as they can look. And he is the artist who has created the cover for the May issue of Turtle Island Poetry. I want to thank you, Dean. Thank you so much. We'll see that next month.
Well, you're welcome. I feel like an art director because I tell the machine to do something and it makes these images and I have to tweak them.
That's exactly what you are. Yeah, it's another way of doing this. Just
Yes,
another
it's
way.
another way of
So,
doing it. Thank you.
yeah. Antoinette, I see you.
I'll read. I'll read. What are you going to do?
Okay, let's do that. Okay.
Um, so this is a portion of a larger work, and I'm not really sure about the title there. I actually changed it to Sweet Compromise, but here's the piece. Creation's creatures, fruit flies and jellyfish, twin designs built like humans, mouth to bow. Arid winds, bluster bold, ride me home with Leon Russell singing this song for you. And I take it like an ogre, grotesque in my mind, singing like the seraphim, dancing like a bull, light on my feet with a sway, my talents unclaimed, standing in the ocean, waves and wind dripping down my face in sheer gratitude for solitude. Summer sizzled before marine layer made moss mild enough to brush away, yet the taste lingered. Children learned rhymes, changing a line here and there to fit the times. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, lit a match to a snail. Schizophrenia lurked in tart grapes budding on the vine. We ate them anyway, letting go of guilt every time we reach for dopamine over any good reason. Thank you.
Poem, what a poem. And you said it's part of a larger work, right?
Yeah, I was asked to write a 500 word poem, which I never had done. And
Oh,
so I guess it runs about 4 minutes to read the whole thing. But yeah, but I like this little section of it. So I
yeah,
submitted,
it
had fish in it.
works on its own. It really does.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Had to change fingers there. Tammy!
Hello. Gutted in grippy socks. On the psych ward, time crawls across piss-stained floors. It smells like fish whenever Debbie, the head nurse, heats up lunch. I catch her watching me, waiting for meds, for meals. Filthy, exposed, gutted. I can't breathe at night when my big dreams dwindle under fluorescent lights. I am mesmerized by darkness, what's unseen. Unspeakable suffering lights me up like a toy. Warning, don't press my buttons or I might snap. My mind is rubber, wrapped in cheap plastic. Unpack me gently. I'm a fall risk, Debbie's worst nightmare, chasing shadows along cracked walls, crawling without yellow grippy socks.
Believe
Thank
it or
you.
not, this is one of my favorite poems in the issue.
Thank you.
It is. It's vivid. It's real. It's something I better not read at 1 a.m. Great stuff. Great stuff. Okay. Hmm. Which brings me to the question, some people are shy. Like this guy, Kaloki. What about that guy? Hey, Kaloki. You're going to have to unmute, sir. Yeah.
I had actually traveled to this a bit. My son lives in Brooklyn, and they have a Trader Joe's supermarket, but I didn't see the same people there. But anyway, here it is, a Trader Joe's supermarket in Manhattan. I saw Walt Whitman at Trader Joe's the other day. Good call, he said, smiling as I placed two 5-ounce cups of Greek non-fat blueberry yogurt in my shopping cart. Delicious and healthy, while only 130 calories. Yeah, I replied. My stomach feels so good every time I eat some, and it doesn't exit my body too hard like an egg, potato, and cheese burrito, nor loose like chocolate candy, bars, or a bag of roasted peanuts. The Ancient Mariner from Samuel Coleridge's poem appeared. Every year, 8 million tons of plastic are dumped into our oceans, he said. Plastics everywhere, while albatross chicks with bellies bloated with plastic bits are dying of starvation. Mary Oliver pushed her shopping cart over. Did you know, she said, during the course of their lives, the albatross, while traveling thousands of miles on their migratory journeys, spend up to 5 years in the skies without touching land? What does Samuel Coleridge's poem have to do with us? Whitman asked. This store is too far from the ocean, and the plastic cups will most likely end in the landfill after it's thrown away. Dorothy Parker, behind Mary Oliver, said, whether thrown away and eaten in the landfill or the Grand Pacific Garbage Pass, Great Pacific Garbage Pass, it will take centuries for a plastic bottle to decompose after a few minutes gulp of a soda pop. Thank you for this information, Ms. Parker, Whitman said. Obviously, we, the consumers of America, need to recycle more and throw away less. Edna St. Vincent Millay was shopping with Dorothy Parker. What good would that do, Walt? She asked. Globally, we recycle less than 10% of all the plastics we produce. When I was a kid, I said, I'd walk to a grocery store with an empty quart of milk, glass bottle, and pay only 10 cents instead of 15 cents if I hadn't brought the bottle. I don't understand why they stopped making glass bottles you can use for deposit today. Pablo Naruto, hearing us from a refrigerated counter, dropped a package of Chilean sea bass in his shopping bag and said, Es muy fácil, compañero. By reducing labor costs, which comes with the washing and reusing of glass bottles, food and soda drink corporations make greater profits, increasing size of landfills and ocean plastic garbage patches than manufacturing glass bottles which can be used over and over again. Whitman shook his head. I noticed your sea bass was wrapped in plastic over a styrofoam rectangle plate, Pablo. Emily Dickinson, wearing a gray house robe over a striped calico dress and walking in slippers, passed by. That's because they don't wrap meat in paper anymore, Walt. Pablo Nerudo was about to comment when Thoreau rode his cart by. You mean to tell me that for nearly 300,000 years we have lived without plastics and all of a sudden we can't live without them? Allen Ginsberg walked in Trader Joe's. Hey, Walt, baby, he said, grinning. Hello, Allen. Whitman smiled back. Do you still hear America singing? Ginsburg asked.
Fine tradition. Robert, please explain.
Oh,
Good evening, I'm Robert. So I started with a photograph of an Oscar fish, which is native to the Amazon River in South America. It is a very popular aquarium fish, and I edited it using digital art software Canva. My first filter was called Color Mix Amethyst, which made the fish purple. And then I applied another filter to add all of the colors to it. It's called Neon Splatter. And you can see that the Oscar fish, has a goldfish in its mouth. So that's how I created the first image. You can go down,
Wow.
Don.
Yeah, I was just still taken aback. But speaking of being taken aback, wow.
So this second one is a tribute to a fad where university students and college students used to eat goldfish and have competitions to eat them. I think it was very popular in the 1940s in United States. Again, this image started with a photograph, and I edited it to a color in Canva called Color Mix Rainbow, which makes it all the different rainbow colors. And then I edited it with a Windows photo editor and added the filter Calm. So the Calm filter makes your image white and orange like this. And then I have a poem which ties the fish eating a fish and the man eating a fish together. Fifth day and sixth day creation collisions. Human tears open a plastic bag, releasing 6 goldfish into their aquarium. A black and orange Oscar chases an orange and black goldfish. Oscar mouths a goldfish tail, sucking it down to half in, half out. Human gets a fishnet and places it between their index and middle finger. A green holy mesh chases a black and orange goldfish. Human mouths a goldfish, sucking it down to half out, half in. Oscar and human swallow the goldfish, tail and head. 'Cause it was good, Oscars eat goldfish. Humans eat goldfish. 'Cause it soon will be good, goldfish will eat Oscars. Goldfish will eat humans. Thank you for letting my tribute to the Oscar fish and the goldfish and the human.
Yeah, definitely all three. Great. Just want to be sure I'm not missing anybody. I think I've got it straight. Okay. At this point, you're probably wondering who our last reader is from this publication.
Could it be you?
I think it's me.
Could it?
Yeah. All right. And then there's a couple people here that I want to introduce you to after I read this poem. Okay. Like fish swim in water, my fingers follow you, trying to figure your shape. I pinch the bridge of my nose, attempting to blot out store signs and all past bad news lips. As you touch my face, melt my mental ice, the sizzling meat of me flips. My scowl becomes just a memory. My eyes crinkle, smile cracks. We go for a park stroll. You look at me like you want another child. I fight the feeling to drive an arrow into you because I'm a gray, bearded poet. But inside, I'm still a flaming zeppelin, smiling like a soldier on a train. You stand before me like an actress in front of our local convenience store. I gaze in disbelief that you could love a man with a belly unlike a rock. At home, you slip off your heels. I lounge on the sofa with a wine bottle, think about what could make me lose my hair. How many missile missions will it take until my chamber is empty? I fire into you one more time, fall out of bed, happily disheveled. You seem quite comfortable, slipping on your underwear. I'm blown away by how you played my saxophone. I'll trumpet our passion to anyone, like a warrior on horseback. I wink with experienced bravado, happy to maintain my vehicle, simply so I can buy you flowers, drive you on a distant trip, to blow my horn in front of the pyramids, cross suspension bridges with you, fight anybody who shadows our way, frown at them like a school teacher, with the thought of you in your sexy dress, making me dude up like a Kennedy, when you know I'd rather stay shirtless, wade with you at the shore, watch the sky paint clouds again. I never want to be around a cigarette or wear a black suit for any reason other than to kick back on the grass and read my poem about you, how we pitch our tent united in the evening lamplight, crash from society all night, stand tall together the next day. And that is a sampling of Fish, now in perpetuity on that electronic thing we call the internet. It will outlive us all. Isn't that a comforting thought? Well, speaking of comforting thoughts, we're very happy to say that there's a couple people here I want to introduce you to. One of them is Lynn Bronstein. If you don't know Lynn Bronstein already, she's got something to say because she's being featured in a few places. Would you be willing to let us know, Lynn? You got on mute, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm mute everybody, sorry. There you go. Oh, no, it came back and it went away again. Try that one more time. Okay. No, you got a heavy finger there. You got to go light touch, light touch. Yeah. Hey! Well, I'll tell you, Lynn is being featured next week at the Altadena, one of the Altadena libraries, right? Because she's in that book that I'm in, and some of us are in the Altadena Poetry Review. Unfortunately, it's scheduled at the same time as the 30th anniversary celebration of Saturday Afternoon Poetry, and I can't be two places at once. So pick up a copy for me.
Oh, Don, how do we get that copy of that Altadena review if we're in it?
Well, they'll track you down. They'll track you down because Thelma is so good at tracking people down to make sure they get their copy. So we're in.
They may have them next week. I don't know if they will or not, but they went to press the other day, so they may be there next week.
Yeah,
well, in addition to that, I know I'm going to be here next month. It's going to be at the library, right?
Yeah, one of the smaller branches, the Bob. I can't remember the exact name. I don't want to say the wrong name.
On the branch, right?
Yeah. No. No, you're featuring for Saturday Afternoon Poetry next month at the Lamanda Park branch. That's right. That'll be next month in May, whatever that fourth third Saturday in May is. Yeah. So stay tuned for that.
But the Altadena reading is at a different library from the one where it was in the past. I know I haven't been to that.
Yeah, that's at a different branch. I just couldn't remember the exact name of the branch right now. Sorry.
Bob Lucas.
Yeah. Okay. And I did spot someone else here. Where are they? Oh, yeah, Larry. Larry, did you have any announcements you want to make? Lawrence Berger, that is. You're not on camera. No. Okay.
Lawrence?
Maybe not. Maybe, he might have slipped out for a moment. Does anybody have an announcement before we go? Yes, R.A.
I just got an email just before I logged on that I have a poem being published in Quill and Parchment in the May edition.
Oh, yeah. That's been around a
Oh,
long
that was
time.
nice.
That's a venerable publication there.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. That was fun.
Did I see another hand? Oh, just a waving goodbye hand. Okay. Thank you, everybody. And watch for this on the internet so you can relive our poetry.
Oh,
Thank you so
and
much for being.
quick question,
Yes.
Don.
Yes.
You're live next week. So
That's
am I
right.
doing the Zoom? Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm glad you brought that up, Art, because our start time is going to be 4 o'clock at the library. So if
Right.
you want to start at 3 or 4, it's up to you.
I'll just start at 3, the usual time.
Yeah, okay.
It
I'll
works
say
for me,
that.
and that's what people are used to. So it's
Yeah.
for anybody who wants to come, it's the same login and password as you used today.
Yeah, as always, yes.
Do I
At
still
4
have a
o'clock at the
couple
library.
seconds, Dad? I fell out of my chair. Sorry about that.
All right, Larry. Did you have an announcement, Larry?
Yes, I do. I'm doing
Yes, sir.
a reading room for my books on June 11th from 7:45 to 8:45 p.m. Eastern
then-
time, which I believe would be 4:30 your time.
Yeah, New York. Yeah.
So,
Okay, we got a
and
couple
it's a
more
Zoom room.
announcements.
It's a Zoom room, and
Yes, sir.
you're all welcome to come.
Excellent. Put that information in the chat. Okay. Sultana is that correct? Yes, Sultana, you have an announcement?
Sultana, I have a question and maybe some announcements. So, if I understand, it's at 3 o'clock PST time next Saturday. Okay, I'll definitely try
Our
to join in.
reading is online at 3 o'clock, very same address, and Ari will be leading that reading because I have to be at the library doing the in-person reading.
Okay, she was
Okay, so it's like simultaneous readings. Yeah, you're in good hands with Ari.
Who's
You will be.
Yeah, and I just want to announce, everybody's announcing. So I'll have a poem in Jack Kerouac's Trumpet Man. I don't know if anybody knows of that. It's a magazine that he sends via email. An online journal. Yeah. And then there's Blotters, Jotters by Finn Hall. And Like a Bolt from the Blue. And then there's the British Science Fiction Association. They have a journal called Focus. So I think one of my poems will be Cosmic Caryatids along with the cover. I'm doing the cover as well.
Nice.
So I have a few things to look forward to, and definitely next Saturday I'm looking forward to that.
And you're going to put that information on Facebook, right? You should friend Sultana, everybody.
I'm always slow and behind, but yeah. And there's also Poetica 29, issue 29. Yeah.
And we got 2 announcements left. I don't know which one was first. Who's first? Robert.
So I'm one of the editors for Old Scratch Press. Our press completed the full issue of Mini Mag magazine. We were the guest contributors for April, and the magazine was launched yesterday. And our press also puts out a magazine called Instant Noodles 3 times a year, and we are currently putting the magazine into production and hoping to have it online May 1st.
And also contact Robert Fleming on Facebook to get that 411. Absolutely. I see Michelle and Antoinette. So Michelle, I saw your hand first. You got to unmute though. Yeah, okay.
Speaking of May 1st, which is May Day, I will also be performing in the evening from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. with Lyrical Flames with Lila Perrin Harris at the Shit Arts Club. It's 130 East 4. Oh, you know it.
Downtown. I know it well. Yeah.
Yes, good. I'll be there at 7:30 with myself and for the people, and also entertainment, other musicians and things. So after the evening time, from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., don't let downtown scare you. It's still around no matter what. And I'm just excited to be there again. So it's May 1st, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. on a Thursday night.
And be
Thank
sure
you,
to
everybody.
friend Michelle Smith too as well on Facebook. You can be sure to be kept up to date on that. Antoinette, did you have an announcement?
I just wanted to mention that Heather Romero Kornblum is going to be featuring in San Francisco, but it is
Yeah.
on Zoom. It's a hybrid reading, and I'm pleased to say that Heather has agreed to feature in August, and so that'll be on Facebook as well to all the login information for that, and I'm sure it'll
Excellent,
be great.
excellent news.
20-minute
Eddie, did
reading.
you have your hand up? You got your hand up,
Yes,
Eddie?
yes, I was distracted. I posted a poster on Facebook. There's one of my poems was selected by a soprano to be set to music by Mike Rose. It's part of a concert, and the premiere on the May 9 in Chicago. It's I met that soprano 13 years ago at an airport, and she had planned to do 40 songs for a concert with 40 songs for her 40th birthday. It was last year. So it took some time for her to pick the poems and the composers. So that's the big thing. I put it on Facebook, and I'll have a poem published by Gargoyle in May. Which is a very good online, but unfortunately it's going to be the last issue of Gargoyle. He's been publishing for decades, and I was lucky to be a contributor. And then there is another magazine that specializes in prose poetry. If you're interested, it's called The Mackinac. So they had accepted a couple of months ago a few prose poems. They are reprints, and it's going to appear in the Mackinac, which is an offshoot or the same publisher that publishes the Ekphrastic Review. So if you have prose poetry, you can submit it to the Mackinac. It's out of Windsor, Canada.
Friend Hetty, if you haven't done so already, she's a fountain of information. This is fantastic. Out of the corner of my right eye, I see Carl Stillwell has his hand up.
Yeah, is my son going to meet with us today, or is it?
I haven't heard anything about that. You guys got to get in touch with me.
Okay. I get the wrong.
Yeah, find out. I know nothing about it.
No, he was contacting you. That's good because I was in the process of revising I had a bunch of big changes here, and I
yes. It's good change.
So,
good change.
Yeah, I like the title. And
yeah, that's the least of them. Yeah.
Well,
you reset it and everything. It's really going to be phenomenal.
Yeah, for instance, it's no longer it's Jesus El. The title will be Jesus de Echo Park y los 12.
Easy for you to say. Oh, and in case somebody think I didn't hear, next week's feature at the Lamenda Park Branch Library will be Gia Civarolo and the Inner Three. That includes Carl Stillwell. So you can see him at the library next week. Maybe we'll get a preview of what he's talking about.
No, I think basically I will use the same things we read together. Some of
okay. All right.
I could. I might will read. We'll just see how it goes on it time wise. But that's good to know.
Yeah. You're featured, so you got some time. Okay.
I had a question before we leave.
Yeah.
Next Saturday afternoon, who's reading?
Like I said, Gia Civarello is featured, and the Inner Three.
No, you're talking about at the library.
At the
She's
library.
talking about on Zoom.
On
I'm
Zoom.
talking on Zoom.
Yeah,
Zoom. I'm
open
sorry.
mic.
Open mic.
Oh,
Yeah,
open.
bring
Oh,
what you
okay.
want.
Yeah. They're simultaneous, but they're not the same reading.
Should
Okay.
we meet? Should Marvin and you and I meet at Tops before?
That's right. You're all invited to Tops. Okay.
Okay, so you'll do the
We'll be
time
there.
when the time comes.
All right. We got to see two hands up, but I thought we were leaving. Okay. You guys already spoke. What's going on? You're saying goodbye or?
Just a quick reminder before we leave to save the chat. There's a lot of the publication announcements in there. You don't want to lose them if you can save it.
Yeah, I have automatic chat savings, so I'm very happy to say it will be saved.
Awesome.
Okay.
My
Yes,
last
Robert.
comment is today, Don, was the first time I think I ever heard you read an erotica poem, and I'm still recovering, Don. Well done.
You
On that
have a
happy
very
note,
fortunate wife, Don.
I'll stop the recording.